Did MIC quietly say sayonara to Barisan Nasional during a sit-down with Najib? Akmal Saleh takes aim at MCA's Wee Ka Siong over his top student claim and wants an apology. Meanwhile, Wee isn't backing down, disputing the ministry's numbers on UM's accounting intake. All that and more coming up. If your party's being sidelined, would you stick around or make your exit? MIC might finally be cutting ties with Barisan Nasional. And according to a source, they broke the news directly to the coalition's former poster boy, Najib Razak. A source told Malaysia Kini that MIC leaders met Najib at court on Wednesday. The message, they're walking away from BN. No word yet on what Najib said in response. But the hour-long meeting reportedly involved MIC President S.A. Vigneswaran, Deputy President M. Saravanan, Vice President M. Asojan, and Secretary General S. Anantan. The source added that the meeting was held out of respect for Najib. The source said MIC still holds Najib in high regard, calling him the best PM for the Indian community. Behind the move is months of frustration. MIC has been increasingly vocal about Zahid Hamidi's leadership. 4 state chapters even passed resolutions to quit BN, and PAS has been quick to seize the moment, inviting MIC and MCA to join Perikatan Nasional. However, BN's Deputy Chief Muhammad Hassan hit back, telling MIC to voice issues internally, but Saravanan wasn't having it, accusing UMNO of sidelining its allies and making decisions alone. Did a top student really get unfairly rejected by University Malaya, or was it just stiff competition? Umno Youth Chief Akmal Saleh has called out MCA President Wee Ka Siong for accusing the Higher Education Ministry of running an unfair admissions process. It all started with one high-achieving student and a viral rejection. Wee claimed a straight-A STPM student, Edward Wong, was denied a spot in UM's accounting program despite a perfect 4.0 CGPA. The story sparked public outrage and fresh complaints that STPM students are being sidelined. But Akmal says Wee jumped the gun and owes the ministry an apology for smearing its name. According to Akmal, Edward scored 99.9% on the merit scale. Impressive, but not enough in a race where hundreds scored a full 100%. Akmal also posted a statement from the Higher Education Ministry to back him up, which shows that Edward ranked 1,129th, while UM had just 85 seats in that program. The ministry insisted the UPU online system is based entirely on merit and denied any bias. They revealed that over 109,000 students were eligible for degree admission this year, but only around 79,000 got offers. Akmal defended ministry staff, saying they've done their jobs fairly, and urged Wee to retract his comments. Did University Malaya really only have 85 accounting seats, or is something not adding up? MCA President Wee Ka Siong has fired back at the Higher Education Ministry, questioning its explanation for why SCPM top scorer Edward Wong was denied a place in UM's accounting program. He says the ministry's numbers on UM admissions don't match the university's own records. The ministry had said UM only offered 85 places through the centralized UPU system. But we pointed out that UM's records show between 150 and nearly 200 accounting graduates every year since 2011.
Kenapa data daripada Jabatan Pendidikan Tinggi yang mengawaselia semua universiti kata MU hanya berikan 85 tempat? Itu persoalannya. Dan walhal ini rekod daripada 2011 hingga 2024 jelas menunjukkan graduannya jauh lebih besar. Kenapa dan 1001 kenapa? 82, siapa yang tak beritahu dengan jujur? Ataupun di mana simpannya tempat-tempat laluan yang menghasilkan jumlah graduan yang begitu besar?
We argue that even if the 85-seat figure is true, it makes up less than 1% of UM's intake, far too low for what he called a critical course. He also questioned who decided to cap the numbers, especially when Malaysia needs 60,000 accountants, but only has about 30,000 today. Student group U Money echoed Wee's doubts, asking how the system fairly ranks applicants when more than 1,000 scored perfect. The group also urged UM to explain what extra criteria were used. From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us. A Warisan rep is calling out MACC over what he sees as double standards. Elopura Assembly Person Calvin Chong is raising questions about MACC's handling of two different corruption probes. Chong is questioning why the graft case involving Farhaj Wafa Salvador was shut down so fast, while the Sabah mining license scandal continues with no clear end. The Sabah mining license case, he pointed out, has been public for some time. Yet MACC has offered few updates or progress. Chong said the contrast raises serious concerns. He asked whether MACC is applying consistent standards or if political proximity is affecting outcomes. He called on the Commission to explain the disparity in approach and give the public regular updates on the Sabah probe. MACC Chief Azam Baki had announced the Farhaj case was closed. He said the AGC reviewed the investigation papers and decided no charges will be filed. Back in July, Malaysia Now linked Farhaj to a mineral license scandal in Sabah. They even uploaded an audio clip allegedly of Chief Minister Hajiji Noor supporting a company tied to Farhaj. But Sabah Mineral Management Sendirian Berhad, which Hajiji chairs, denied any such license was issued. Farhaj also called the report fake, lodged a police report, and sent a legal letter to the portal. Former PKR Vice President Zuraida Kamarudin has opened up about the tensions that she says led to the threatened move. In a podcast, she recounted her clashes with Anwar Ibrahim over key party appointments.
Dan saya memang jumpa dengan Anwar, saya marah pasal kenapa lantik Farhaj sebagai dia punya sekpol. Yang orang dari mana kita tak kenal, dari mana datangnya, lepas tu jadi sekpol, lepas tu ada kes polis, kes pistol dan kes macam mana. How you ambil orang macam ni? Kenapa you tak ambil orang Habib, orang-orang you yang dulu tua yang matang tu lagi, that is better for you.
Zuraida also criticized then PKR Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution, saying he wasn't doing his job. She said support for Pakatan Harapan was slipping at the time, with the coalition losing in multiple by-elections. Zuraida also claimed Anwar was constantly pressuring then Prime Minister Dr Muhamad to hand over power. According to her, Mahathir was growing frustrated with DAP, accusing some of its ministers of being disobedient. Zuraida and Azmin Ali were sacked from PKR on February 24, 2020, the same day the Sheraton move unfolded. If you like the stories we produce, consider supporting us by subscribing to Malaysia Kini. Click the link in the description below or scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe. Trump, Putin, and Li Qiang all in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has confirmed that US President Donald Trump will visit Malaysia next month for the 47th ASEAN Summit. And that's not the only big name on the guest list. Anwar framed these potential high-level visits as a sign of Malaysia's rising geopolitical significance, even as the world faces growing uncertainty.
And Premier Li Qiang will also be there. President Putin met me in Beijing and said he's seriously considering coming to Malaysia. Oh, I said, okay. So you you have Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Li Qiang. So, I give you notice there will be complete lockdown of Kuala Lumpur.
In another development, Malaysia strongly condemned Israeli airstrikes on Doha, Qatar. Anwar stressed that targeting Qatar, a country central to peace talks in the Middle East, shows Israel's contempt for diplomacy. He said the assault is both indefensible and intolerable. Malaysia declared full solidarity with Qatar, urging the international community to hold Israel accountable for what it called outrageous aggression. Qatar itself condemned the strike yesterday, saying it targeted residential buildings housing Hamas political bureau members. A high-profile probe ends, but many Malaysians still aren't convinced. The MACC has cleared Farhaj Wafa Salvador Rizal Mubarak, a former aide to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, of any wrongdoing in a controversial Sabah mining deal. The agency found no exploration license was ever issued to a company linked to him, and the AGC said no charges will be filed. In our Kini poll, over 3,000 of you responded. 22% said they trust the MACC did a thorough and fair investigation, but 72% said they're still doubtful, something doesn't sit right. Another 5% accepted the decision but wanted more transparency, and 2% had other views. The poll shows clear public skepticism, even with official clearance. So is this case really closed in the eyes of the people? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia, thanks for watching.